The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf.
We can never say that it's going to be guaranteed, but definitely, why would the vein come to the surface if it didn't come from the sky? It came from down below. That's only one aspect. Then the Red Hill. That's a major, major opportunity for us to see not only down dip, but start drilling along strike. Let's find these other upwelling zones. This is a significant discovery, and it's yet to be explored as far as I'm concerned.
All right, welcome back inside our Proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Mike Stark. He is the CEO of Arizona Gold and Silver. And Mike, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Very well, Steve. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, so news out from the company today talking about your next two holes on your Philadelphia projects, 159 and 160, these two holes are. And up until this point, you've had some really success in these holes, and these two, not so much. So maybe you can explain to investors what you're seeing here.
Yeah, I'd be glad to, Steve. Currently, we have an upwelling zone, which we've been obviously drilling down dip on, which is still wide open at depth, by the way, completely wide open. But now we've seen two faults on either side. To give an explanation on that, this is when the geology all of a sudden drops away. And as a result, when you drill over those areas, it's not there. But it is below, so that's another thing to work on later. But as it is right now, I hate to say it, we had a very successful run of many holes. This was somewhat expected at some point, but the beauty is maybe 50 to 60 feet over, we would likely encounter another upwelling zone. The classic example of this is called the Virranansi mine out of Australia, where they have upwelling zones, upwelling zones, upwelling zones all the way along, and it's a significant deposit. Again, the best thing is we have not been cut off down dip, and that's where the grades are likely to get better, proven by history only 14 miles away in the Oatman discovery.
So, Mike, does that change what you're doing as far as the next stages of this? Are you continuing to move along the area that you're in right now and maybe altering some step outs here or there? So what's sort of the plan moving forward?
Good call. Look, we're stepping up to beside hole 136 to get an understanding on either side of that zone. We had a very, very healthy hit there. This is above 156, 157, 158 roughly, above that flow dome, or excuse me, that section, to get an understanding maybe what's happened down below. And this is a good area to be drilling. It has to be infilled in time. We're doing it now to try to get a better understanding what's going on below. And again, we're not disappointed about the project. Matter of fact, we're overwhelmed. This is a very big, robust system to be able to do this for over 165 meters wide.
I know that you're still waiting for some permits on drill pads and stuff like that. And is that one of the messages you're trying to send, that this is only a small portion of what this Philadelphia project is?
It really is, Steve. Look, when you look at the concentration area, and we're going to have some video footage coming out shortly on this, it's 3.5 acres out of 3,100 acres that we have under our control. This permit will extend all the way to the south end of the property, 1.5 kilometers of untested, but vein exposing all the way along. We can never say that it's going to be guaranteed, but definitely, why would the vein come to the surface if it didn't come from the sky? It came from down below. That's only one aspect. Then the Red Hill. That's a major, major opportunity for us to see not only down dip, but start drilling along strike. Let's find these other upwelling zones. This is a significant discovery, and it's yet to be explored as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So, Mike, last question. So you and the team are encouraged about what's ahead and not trying to get discouraged on what this is?
Look, we're all very, very positive. There was a real strong meeting yesterday amongst a couple of us. And no, was almost expected, as I mentioned, Steve. Sure, it's discouraging. Let's not, try to pull wool over anybody's eyes. But the recovery on what we're seeing here now is evident that this is just the beginning. We had a site visit yesterday, and I was overwhelmed at some of the comments that these people made. They're very enthusiastic about what we have here, and that's good. That is really good.
All right, Mike, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much. Good to see you again. We look forward to seeing what the next results on unveil, okay?
Thank you very much, Steve. Take care now.
All right, you as well. Mike Stark, the CEO of Arizona Gold and Silver.
The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf. It is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, an offer, or a solicitation to buy or sell any securities. Viewers should conduct their own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. The views expressed are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of Proactive Group Holdings, trading as Proactive Investors, or its affiliates. No responsibility is accepted for any loss arising from reliance on the information presented.